schools and fans is days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, part of Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wake Forest offense will be first on the attack. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline... Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
What's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
NC State going up tempo. Rides the back on the option to give. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to take off. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll send the back in motion. Snap from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Seagal. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. From the gun, running back gets the give. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. NC State quick to the line. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Immediately fires to the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's first down from the 11. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. At midfield, he's got room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the marker. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a crease, it's Siegel. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. NC State going up tempo.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Trying play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the ball.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Tries to get it on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll get him down after a solid return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not a lot of room on the return, but he... He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, NC State! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really